Hey guys, Tyrup here, bringing you a 1v1 today. We're on Ploiesti Outskirts. I'm today spawning in the Northfair Pizza, playing as Soviets, who has guard motor coordination, shock rifle frontline, and anti-infantry. From the south, we have Cowabunga playing as Ostheer and immediately going for Osttruppen. This is a Patreon backer submitted game. Pizza, I think around 2,300 and Cowabunga around 1,600. It's going to be a little bit more coaching focused than just regular shoutcast. I actually cast about half this map, but I got interrupted halfway through, so I forgot to restart it. And I might chuck a FPV at the end as well, so keep an eye out for that too. It's a relatively short replay. Pad out the length. So quite an unusual start here. Double Pios, Osttruppen, but not Osttruppen at all. No machine gun. Weird build from Cowabunga. Discuss Pizza's commander layouts. I mean, it's pretty standard stuff here. Guard motor, you know, strongest commander in the game. For 1v1. Shock rifle front lines. It's just a staple, you know. I think the IS, it's alright for 1v1s. You know, that artillery's pretty good against team weapons and the IS-2s. Especially if you're like a beginner. Easy to keep alive, which can help out a lot. In anti-infantry, you know, I don't really rate the assault guards that high. KVH's fun. Fair propaganda is pretty good, but it's well, not a very good commander in my opinion. So first we skirmish here. Pose behind cover. Conscripts come in and flank them. Left the capture circle here, even though the combat engineers are taking almost zero damage. So, you know, maybe slowed down the capping by about 10 seconds there. Because, you know, it decapped for maybe about 5 seconds. You have to recap that again for about 5 seconds. So slowing down the early fuel income. In these early stages, you know, the VP is not very important. Winning the fights is much more important, so staying in a fight like this for like a non-resource point, not that important. The only situations I fight in an engagement like that is maybe for like a cut-off or like a high resource point. Take a losing fight. Don't want to just be fighting and losing manpower at the start of the game, losing fights, weakening yourself so much in the early stages for the VPs, in my opinion. So another mistake here, trying to soft retreat back away from the cover to this cover. You know, the whole time you're retreating back this way, you're taking damage from all three of these squads. You're not doing any damage in return with this, doing a little bit of damage with these. So you're taking like 3 times damage. If you just stay in there, I think you'll be able to force away the squad of Pios relatively quickly because they're already very low. And then maybe from there, got the flamethrower upgrading maybe a tiny bit late. Just starting it now and it's about 20 munis late, but maybe in an ideal circumstance, if it was a little bit faster, I might have the firepower to win this. But yeah, soft retreating while you're under fire like this is not something you should be doing. Unless you've got like a squad that's coming in or a machine gun or something with suppression. Now closing the gap here as well. While the squad stays back. Unless you've got Molotovs to flush them out of cover to make the squad more relevant in the fight, you're not going to be able to win like this. You either have to bring both of them in, so you negate the cover, because you need, you know, such a close matchup. You know, the conscripts took quite a lot of damage on approach, but it would have been a relatively close fight with, you know, this conscript close to full strength and this one at half strength. Closing in and fighting here. Just a raw fight with no Molotovs, but with the squad back here doing, you know, maybe like a quarter of its usual damage, it's just not going to work. And yeah, that's good retreat timing though. You managed to decap this, get away. Medics coming in now. Reasonable timing on them.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture our territory.
But yeah, the key to Soviet early games, you know, if you're going for these 3 conscript, 2 combat engineer starts, is merging into that flamethrower. So you need to be sending them out as teams, like the flamer with maybe 1 or 2 conscripts, so you can just continuously merge. Keep them going. That's your secret to the Soviet early game before you get your T-70 out on the field. So at the moment, decap here, so a lot of resources not coming in. Might have been worth sending maybe like this squad that's the healthiest. It seems to be quite low on the queue to get healed. Just come out here and try and reconnect these resources. Maybe even this squad that was capping in the center to back off and cap that. Look to reconnect some of these points. So you see Panzer Grenadiers out this timing. Does mean that probably the 222 will be delayed, so you can have that read. Since, you know, in terms of manpower, you typically won't have enough if you, build your tech and build the 222 after that. So once you see the Panzer Grenadiers in this, you can have that read. Maybe if you're planning to build tech anti-tank grenades or build an anti-tank gun or something like that, you can maybe delay it for another 30 seconds or so. Some east mines up here now, so can't really chase. Other squads back here. Can upgrade that with the sweepers though. Those east mines will be a nuisance otherwise. Come out to the far side here. Good job closing the distance. Should win that quite handily. Might have been worth the URA there as well, but not a big deal. Now a little bit inactive after this. Closing the gap here. If you're throwing a Molotov, it's alright, but just close the gap and do nothing is not good. Here comes the Molotov now, but very late. Once the squad's already been forced away, and the squad's already been chewed up by the Panzer Grenadiers at mid-range. So, it's not how you want to be handling that engagement. Oh boy, I thought those combat engineers saw that earlier, but maybe they didn't. Like, they ran forwards. I thought they saw the S-mines, and that's why they ran back. Maybe forgot. Either way, there's like not a huge point in running down here to cap this with the Osttruppen there. Oh, maybe it'll work. I don't know. Either way, that's a big loss. You know, that's saying how crucial that was to the Soviet early game. And now it's gone, the flamer. That one's been rebuilt already though. So heavy mortar here, in this case, you know, up against no machine guns. So I feel like this is going to have trouble being effective. On top of this, you're already a little bit behind. So the problem is you don't really have engagements that you can set up on the map where your enemy's in cover, you're in cover, they're extended firefights, and the heavy mortar can then splash some damage on them. At the moment it's very open, and the opponent can just easily dodge away from the heavy mortar strikes. So between there being no soft targets and your opponent having a lot of freedom to dodge, this is a bad circumstance for the heavy mortar. On top of this, you know, there easily could and probably should be a 222 at this moment. So this is where the guards would help against the 222. And on top of that, the guards may be better for like pushing territory, capping territory, gaining ground than the heavy mortar. Helping you recapture the map when you're behind in territory control. Maybe heavy mortars a bit more suitable for, you know, a little bit further ahead and front lines have stagnated. A little bit later on the dodge, but at least the squad didn't die. We're really getting out of there now.
forces are securing our territory.
A little bit slow capping up the far side here. No sweepers upgrading. Sweepers are in the middle. Just in general, a few too many idle units throughout the match, but there's something that comes with practice and maybe through tactical map usage. Start to see that stuff a little bit more frequently. Okay, going for a machine gun now.
Heavy machine gun team.
Again,
prepare
I think
for combat.
guards would be a better option for pushing. Yeah, guards are just such a strong all-round unit. Pretty much got enough munitions to upgrade them.
Enemy forces
So
are capturing our supplies.
that's what I'll be going for. Maxim may be better for like holding grounds. Guards better for gaining ground, and since you're behind in territory,
An isolated
you need to
sector.
be gaining at this stage. I know that the Maxim might give you some more defenses to keep your heavy mortar alive, but heavy mortar shouldn't have been the choice anyway. And oh, Peregrine's down. Bit of a lucky wipe there, I think. And in this case, you know, he's got the artillery officer, which has very long line of sight. You can see how far they can see. So you can see your Maxim from a mile off out the back. You can easily evade it. So that's another reason why, you know, this has been on the field for a long time. Another reason why Maxim's a bad choice against this particular composition. Gifted a pyre wipe there, so 2 wipes could set the foundation for a comeback here from Pizza. Rowing in for a Molotov. Got the sweepers finally clearing off S-mines over here. Oh, accidentally vaulting cover there. That's why you got to like right-click drag select into cover rather than just trying to right-click on the cover positions you want to avoid those vaults. That was something I covered in micro tips 1 or 2. The original tips, very important. Because vaulting over cover like that can easily lose you the engagement. In this case, heavy mortar winning out in the end, but easily could have gone the other way. Rebuild on the Panzer Grenadiers meanwhile.
The enemy has driven a wedge in our lines. The enemy is taking our territory.
Leaving the capture circle here to try and assist in the fighting a little bit, but I think in this case I would have just stayed in the capture circle, tried to cap the fuel. I think probably could have been capped before all these units came into assist, and that would have given, you know, maybe like 30 seconds of high fuel control, which when you're behind on fuel like this, quite important to have. So at this stage of the game, you know, no tier 3 down. The T70 is going to be coming in very, very late. So the tier 3 tick timing quite slow, given that double combat engineers exist. Should be able to get the tier 3 tick up earlier than this if you're planning to go for a T70. So you need to be looking for those opportunities. Like once you've got your 3 conscripts, 2 combat engineers, medics, maybe anti-tank grenades, 1 other unit like say guards, machine gun, just 1 other unit. That's when you want to be building your tier 3. If you're trying to build a T70 or a T70.
The enemy is encroaching on our
Maxim
territory.
getting flanked around here. Overwhelmed.
The enemy has cut off a sector.
Taking quite a lot of damage as well. Heavy more is likely to get pushed. A couple of good kills there though. Bit slow pushing back out again.
Our territory
So at this
is falling
stage,
into
I would
enemy
think I'd be
hands.
trying to concentrate maybe on one side. Ideally to a side. Okay, T70 is in the build, but given how slow the fuel income is, you know, this is maybe coming in like 2.5, 3 minutes late, which is quite scary. It's still can work at this timing, but have to
We are
be,
losing supplies to the
you know,
enemy.
quite good about it. Be good with your anti-tank gun support as well. I think this is a pretty tricky map at times to position your anti-tank gun on to cover. So it might be hard to defend the T-70 on this map
70 light tank has arrived.
with AT guns. But conversely, you know, quite good for mines, if you're planting mines. So at this stage, you know, you've got 2 squads inside here. Easily could just jump the low health combat engineers out and like right click over here, cap up this point, maybe even cap up the other point. Get some territory going while the conscripts are fighting in here. Only 2 windows of shooting even. So you're not missing out on much against the Panzergrenadiers. And just overall, maybe staying in a couple of these fights. Panzergrenadiers at this range. Just getting absolutely shredded. Feeding them a lot of veterancy as well. Nearly losing the conscripts, but the T-70 comes in. This is a situation where, you know, P-Green's low health. I'll be looking to chase this one all the way to base and try get the wipe. Because it's quite far behind at this stage. Desperately need this wipe, but starting the chase a little bit too late. It's already around the shot blocker and side blocker. So missed opportunity on the kill. I'd only do that, you know, like get really aggressive on the chase up against like a non-snaring squad like the Panzergrenadiers. Against the Grenadiers, you have to be a bit more cautious since their Fausts are so long range. An unusual split on the units there. The low health squad running out to cap here. The high health squad doing the back capping should be reversed. Low health squad doing the back capping safely, you know. Easy territory.
Supply sector under
T-70
attack.
switching sides though, looking to maybe clear off these Grenadiers behind the heavy cover. This cover position has worked very well for Cowabunga the whole match.
Our opponents are seizing a
T-70
sector.
coming across.
What do you need?
In this case, I probably wouldn't be building sandbags on my own cutoff here, because, you know, they do offer so many cover positions for the enemy as Soviets, and because you're so far behind on resources at this stage, capping resources is a much higher priority than trying to plant some sandbags down, in my opinion. So here we go, Cowabunga coming out, but you can see he stops here because he has sight. Waits for the Panzer IV to come in and just completely smashes this position. T-70 meanwhile was sitting over here for a long time, not doing much,
Guards troops are standing by.
looking for a way in, but you have to be careful because you can get snared coming around these blind corners. Luckily 2 squads there for repairs, so it's not a huge issue in this case, but easily could be with a Panzer IV coming around this corner. Only have to repair for like a second to get rid of that engine crit. And here comes the Panzer IV, misses its first shot. Retreating these guys. Slow reactions, very, very slow with the T-70. And gets away. That was like a not max. I think that was a non-max damage connection. I think otherwise T-70 probably would have died to that Panzer IV hit. It was just like AoE damage. Here as well, you need to be throwing an anti-tank grenade so that if maybe there's another squad coming out from base, you can threaten the snare on it. If he tries to chase after your T-70, you need to get that early snare on in this case.
The enemy is
And in situations where you're behind like this, you're slowing down your opponent's impact unit, in this case the Panzer IV. Forcing it off for repairs buys you a lot of time to regroup, maybe build a counter unit while he repairs up. And have the munitions. If you're really, really strapped for munitions, maybe not, but in this case, have plenty on hand. And again, this is a situation where I wouldn't be fighting for the VPs, since the VPs are quite close.
Sector has been cut off. The enemy has killed
Yeah,
another
just forgotten
infantry
about that
squad.
squad, it looks like. But yeah, I wouldn't be fighting for the VPs. So aggressively I'm behind like this, you know. Try try to conserve manpower, build up your army to try and make the comeback. So calling in the artillery strike here, the heavy mortar strike. Scat is pretty good for the machine gun back there as well. So still no anti-tank gun from Pizza at this stage, which is a pretty big mistake. Guards alone are not going to be enough against the Panzer IV. Anti-tank grenades, you know, you might be able to slow down the tank, but you're not going to be able to kill it, and in the process you're going to lose hundreds of manpower. But instead, building tier 4 tick up. So this is a monumental mistake here, because, you know, looking at the current fuel income, maybe 5-6 minutes away from a T-34, and in that timing you would expect Cowabunga to build probably another tank, perhaps even another tank on top of that, going to keep running away with his lead because he's so far ahead. So need to be building a ZIS at this stage, probably 2 of them, and delaying your tier 4 tech. If you know, because the T-70 was going to be coming in so late this game, you know, it's like 3 or 4 minutes late. If you decide to just skip the T-70, which is fine, you know, it's you know, T-70 is very strong, but you can skip it. These builds do exist. If you're going for like a T-70 skip, you know, you do want to build extra units like maybe 2 squads of guards, or, you know, like the heavy mortar. You know, you want to bolster your infantry during that phase to help make up for the fact you don't have the T-70, and because you're not going to be spending that manpower on tech for a while. It does work. But yeah, if you didn't build the T-70, as this is completing, if you had the T-70's fuel, the 70 fuel, you would then be able to build just a regular T-34, which would be able to fight back against the Panzer IV. So would be able to stabilize even without the anti-tank guns here with that option. But it's kind of like the worst of both worlds. T-70 hit the field very late, barely did anything, and now going for tech where you won't be able to build anything from that tech for many minutes, and don't have enough anti-tank to deal with their vehicles. So another Panzer IV coming in now from Cowabunga, as you would expect. In this case, I'll probably be looking to, you know, really fortify maybe this side, abuse this building as a stronghold, maybe look to hold on to like this many points, maybe occasionally contest the center. Conscripts ooh-ahing in, throwing out Molotovs, taking a lot of bleed though doing this. I think in this case I probably would have just left the heavy mortar to soften up these units behind cover. Try to play more economically with the conscripts. Especially because, you know, you got your tier 4 tech up now. You want to be saving some of those munitions for the 7-man upgrade so you can finally start to fight back against these Axis troops. Instead, you know, ooh-ahing around, throwing Molotovs that aren't really helping out too much. Guys forgotten about there, and they get wiped. T-70 still on hold fire here after activating to dodge away from the Panzer IV earlier. Looks like it's been forgotten about. Do have these ZIS coming out now though. And the Maxim doing some pretty good work here at the moment. And the double Panzer IVs though. It'll be a bit tricky around here with all the sight blockers. The double Panzer IVs getting stuck in. Luckily you do have a forward base there to reinforce off of. Officer dropping in the heavy mortar strike. That's wise to dodge backwards. Have to be very careful though. If you let the T-70 get Fausted, it's dead. Should be dead. Looks like Cowabunga getting cold feet though.
300 points stand between us and defeat.
Engineers have secured the sector.
But yeah, quite aggressive capping for the VPs throughout this match for Pizza, which is generally the opposite of what I do. I try to focus resources first, VPs second.
The enemy has taken our supply sector.
Soft retreat out here, but at this phase of the game it's actually quite risky to have a squad running around on one model. Panzer IV can just drive up and wipe it very easily. So maybe in the early game you can kind of get away with this, but at this phase of the match it's very risky. Now just completely overwhelmed, going for a Zis barrage, but don't really have the front line to support the Zis to allow this to work. It's getting completely overrun. Luckily it's Osttruppen, they're not very good out of cover. Pretty good heavy mortar strike there as well. T70 still alive, second AT gun, so good response, but would have been better if the second anti-tank gun came out before the tier 4 tech.
Conscripts here. You need something built?
And so far no 7-man on either of these conscripts. I think you have enough munitions
Area secured.
to upgrade one of them at least, and still have munis for snares to go around after that.
Engineer standing by. Meat has arrived. Aim fire on this position. Pull back.
I think that's a very well-timed retreat. You have to worry about those grenades into your retreat path, so you don't want to hang about there for too long. So you're going to try to switch over to the other side.
Territory.
Machine gun ready.
In this case, maybe you'll get the machine gun covering here and in this portion. Maybe from like this angle, covering like that kind of arc, and then push onto this side. It's a decent AT gun position. The second one maybe a little bit further far. But yeah, 3 kills so far for T70. It's been on the field for 7 minutes. It's a bit of a slow kill count. It has been counted for by the Panzer IVs for a good chunk of that though. Okay, there we go. 7-man coming in now.
We have 200 points remaining.
On both conscripts as well.
Forces are capturing our supplies.
Taking quite a long time to push out onto the side. And now just getting completely overrun. Good mortar strike out there from the officer. Ooh! Heavy mortar making it work though. Panzer IV is AFK over here forever. Oh, that's not the heavy mortar strike. That's the railway artillery. Catch you later to those team weapons. And that was enabled by the officer having such long line of sight. Able to bring that in from way out the back. And that's just completely annihilated everything. 3 team weapons dead to that railway artillery. And this is not a good split. You can't be leaving a solo anti-tank gun anywhere. You know, once you're up against 2 tanks, splitting up your anti-tank guns to 2 far sides of the map is very risky if you have no anti-tank yourself. If you have no tanks supporting, not enough mines. And there you go. So yeah, I think, you know, a lot of these things for Pizza can be improved just by more practice. You know, more you know, a lot of units standing around idle, maybe not building as many mines. The approach to capping as well. Maybe you need to make better use of the Combat Engineer flamethrower and merge. Don't know if I saw any merges into the flamethrower the whole game. Need to reconsider the tech. Be sharp on the tier 3 tech timing if you want to go for a T70. If you want to go for like a tier 4 stall, you know, if you realize, oh damn, I'm way late on my T70, I'll just go for the tier 4 stall, you know, build up your anti-tank guns early so that you're prepared for their first medium tank, and then you should get yours out at a faster timing relatively. Got that T70 slowing things down. T70 control needs to be sharper as well, but that's again another thing that comes with practice, you know, not microing it too far forwards so that, you know, with reaction times and whatnot, long range snares, you don't get snared on it. Because this thing is a real weapon, very, very potent. And just rethinking the coordination of the movements of the units, you know, especially if you're behind a little bit, you don't want to be spreading out too much unless it's just like one lone squad coming out to an undefended side to do some capping, as long as there's no real risk of that getting wiped. Consider the map as well, you know, as I said, Ploiesti, a lot of like shot blockers and stuff can sometimes make team weapon play more difficult, can make close range squads more effective. So how you want to adapt your strategy for the map. And yeah, changing up the build order, you know, the early heavy mortar not really reacting to what your opponent's doing at all. You know, they've gone for PUNs, and the officer mobile units, the Maxim, you know, getting spotted long range by these units, by the officer, easily avoided most of the match, wasn't very helpful. Yeah. And just, you know, use some guards, man. They're so strong, so easy to use, and so good. Just, you know, hard to go wrong building a squad of guards at just about any phase of the game. So to take advantage of that. And yeah, the heavy mortar's more for like once the game's kind of settled in, maybe from about the 13-minute mark onwards, I'd say, for 1v1. Especially if, you know, they're playing a more campy style, which we did see a bit of this game, you know, with a lot of sandbags coming up, but no machine guns, so heavy mortar can be pretty effective on this map, you know, sat around here, can cover a huge region without having to move much, which is very strong, but the game situation has to align for that to work. There's a lot of fighting on the edges. It might not be as effective as it normally is. So there you go. I'll wrap on that, guys. And yeah, I think I'll try slot maybe a FPV on the end. Bye.
All right, come on, fellas, let's go. Point out. We're moving to secure a position.
Sherman, ready for action. Rifle squad now equipped to lay mines, sandbags, and build fighting positions.
And I feel like my
Parachute flares are being
middle
issued
mouse
to
button on my
improve
mouse is starting to wear out. It's not good.
Rifle squad ready for action.
Steady up, fellas. Get the lead out. We've got orders. Target secure. Capture and
That
secure
ain't
that
good.
area.
Nah, it's not the same guy. Like about a third of the time I try to
Steady up.
use it, doesn't work. I don't know what it is with mouse manufacturers and middle mouse buttons, but they never seem to get it right, do they?
You got a rifle squad waiting for orders.
Knock it off and listen up. Okay.
Never
moving
get
along.
them right.
Get your gear. We're moving out.
Hey, Jarman, thanks for the host.
All right, you dopes, listen up. Moving out. Let's go.
Oh wow, okay, Grisham, man.
It's got us pegged. Area's okay, move it along.
Welcome to the show.
Steady up. Get moving.
I'm properly behind cover over there.
Yeah, this'll do just fine. Listen up, fella. All right. Shake the leg. Is out. Up and at him. All right.
Rifle squad, ready for action.
Moving out. Let's go. Form up.
A capture point is under attack.
Oh, assault grenadiers, huh?
All right, you dopes. Listen. Work left. Don't let any of them get away.
Assault grenadiers over there as well, eh?
Secure and hold that damn position. Take that ground. Move, goddammit.
A capture point is being overrun.
Out of here. Nail those bastards. Move, goddammit. Fire it on them. Get the hell out of here. Move. Squad, run. Get over there. Shit, fire.
Should have won this by now, I thought, but these grenadiers are running good.
Get to that point! Someone get us out of here! Orders incoming! I want that position secured! Stand ready! Take that ground! Move, goddammit! Drop those assholes! Fall back! Orders! Run, goddang it! It's too hairy! Pull back! Taking fire! Taking fire!
We'll go for a flamer here.
Get out of here! Fall back! Gather up. Moving out. Let's go.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points. A lieutenant has been assigned to field ops.
Stay together. Move out. Take cover! Take cover! Run! Get over there! Advance contact. Hit that lead man! God damn it! Someone get us out of here! Get the lead out. Got orders. That's it! Squad! Trap those trucks! Go! 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 Order! Move your ass! Go! Hey! Get on to that point! Run! Move it! We need to secure that ground! Secure that ground! Chew 'em up! Move your ass! Go! Hit 'em with crossfire! We're taking lead on! Range! Order! Listen up! Go! 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 Listen! Get on that point! Get those goddamn tank traps up! Squad, get ready!
It's had very good control of the map so far, so I'm imagining he's going to have a very fast light vehicle.
We're losing a capture point.
Run! Get over there! Damn it! Someone get us out of here! Steady up, fellas. Get your gear. Moving out. Defensive wheels
The supply
promotion!
line just got cut off.
Get the hell out of here! Move! Fall back! Fall back! God dang it! Move!
Is that 4 assault greens
Heavy
now?
machine gun team ready for orders.
Eyes on
Maybe
me.
not.
Area's secured. All right, you cock and lock. We got us some fighting to do. Form up, squad. We've got orders to capture ground.
Line formation. Let's go. Secured. Fan out.
Gather round.
A capture point is being overrun.
90-day wonders fall in.
Reinforcements coming.
Welcome
Steady
to the
up.
death factory, boys.
It might get hot.
Stick with me
Keep
and you
pushing
might just
forward.
make it.
Move to make contact.
Our supply line just got cut off.
Get out of there! Someone get us out of here! Move, goddammit! Secure and hold that damn position! Orders incoming! All right, we got to capture.
Where's that loadout? Complete.
LT ready! We're moving. Let's go. We need to secure that ground. Move your ass! Get moving!
250.
Get ready! Get moving! Move! Okay, move it along. Squad, get ready! Cock and lock. We got areas ours. Moving out. Let's go.
Get ready to move out.
We cannot. Okay, move it along. Yeah. All right, shake a leg. Let's go. Moving out. Let's go. Give us some trouble. Stand by order. Get on that point. Okay, move it along. Come here. Secured.
On me. Listen up. Enemy contact.
Infantry in order. It's too heavy. Pull back. Infantry.
Crowds are taking losing a capture point.
Okay, ready yourselves. Relocate! Keep that bazooka close at hand. Ground's ours. Now spread out. Steady.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Knock it off. And listen. Okay, move it along. We're in full strength. No wonder Let's go. Here we go, fellas. Combat move, fellas. Squad, shake it out. Back to full strength. We got combat patrol duty. Listen up, fellas. Moving out. Let's go. Shake a leg, boys.
I feel like this guy's maybe somebody who would try base dive on me.
Moving out. Fighting patrol orders just came down. Let's pour it on.
Krauts are sniffing around our asses. Tactical point being captured.
Crowd infantry! Move, goddammit! Armor driver forward. Steady up.
A capture point is being overrun.
Get the hell out of here! Move!
The Germans just cut off our supply lines.
Ready! Display for fuck's sake! Move!
A capture point is under attack.
Counter assault! Get to that position!
Let's get
moving out. Let's go.
Over.
Go! Move!
Right! Get us the hell out of here! Tank ready. Get it moving! Firing. Give it all she's... A capture point is under attack. Hit it! Go!
Gather round.
We're moving to capture.
Okay, move it along.
When I get that feeling, I need ambulance healing. Ambulance
Drive!
healing. Ooh, baby.
Don't throw any tracks. Go! Everything on us! Position. Get us the fuck out of here! Get out of here! Fall back! Enemy neutralized.
Ready! Grenade! Move! Back to the HQ! Run!
Engage all weapons. Go! Drive! Stop this goddamn thing! Unlock to weapon rack and it...
Your ass! Go!
Get us the fuck out of here!
And ready! Run! Get over there!
Oh, that's good.
Move! Get to that point! Too heavy! Pull back!
What are you doing?
Medics, someone into the driver's seat. Take cover! Cut that infantry down! Get the hell out of here! God damn it! Someone get us out of here!
Weapon rack is now open. We're losing a capture point. Move around. Infantry, get up in the end. Stop! Display for fuck's sake! Get to the CP! Our supply line's cut. Germans are making a push.
Knock it off and listen up. Steady up.
We've been easy on the transmission this time.
Squad! Take that damn ground! Capture that area! Move! Ground's giving us
Give it a wire! Go! Get us the fuck out of here!
Get moving!
On go! Get out of their strike zone!
Order! Run! Get over there!
Drive!
Move your ass!
Hit it! Go!
Oh shit, he's got an AT gun as well.
Drive! Get us the hell out of here! Set! Go! Floor it! Don't throw any tracks.
We're pinned! Down! Fall back! Okay, move it along.
To the show.
Take that ground! Move, goddammit! Climb into the armor.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
That's it.
Get ready, guys.
Point's ours.
Get on it.
Move it out. Let's go. I will move! Get to that point! MG-42!
Get right, nice and easy. Let's go.
It's too heavy! Pull back! Better hold him up, Sergeant!
Stow those damn rounds and get this thing moving.
Form up. We got orders to capture ground. Grab your shit.
Stop us here. Clear breach block. Easy on the transmission this time. Counter fire! Halt! Heavy machine gun team, ready for orders. Krauts are sniffing around our asses. Tactical point being captured. Mortar team, ready for orders. Krauts have cut our supply lines. Frontline units are being hung out to dry.
Promotion! Get ready! Warning orders! Moving! Get them out here! Halt! Orders! Get on the front! Get over there! Contact! MT-42!
WP-M110 smoke strike can be delivered to cover our men.
Promotion just came through!
Don't throw any tracks.
Move your ass! Go! Get over to that position!
I got orders. Point out. We're moving to secure a position.
Okay, pack it up.
All right, nice and easy.
Okay, move it along. Listen up. We got ourselves...
Break it down. Make ready and move.
Displace. Get us over to that location.
Tear it apart. We gotta move. Kraut's got a Panzer Shrek! God damn it, find cover!
The capture point is under attack.
Orders! Secure and hold that damn position! Get out of there! Move it!
Dirt is ours.
Go ahead. Move orders received. Back it up.
Stan, come on!
Stow those damn rounds and get this thing moving. Location marked. South.
Oh, he's going for a stooge.
Easy on the transmission this time.
Enemy!
Get ready. I got orders, boys.
Oh, that makes the ambulance strats a bit harder, chat. I'm not gonna lie. The old stooge is a formidable weapon.
Tracks. Send your order. Driver, move out.
Enemy tank is cutting us out! Out of here! Move! Objective secure!
The capture point is being overrun. Veteran team makes some action! Hit it! Go!
Nail him! Enemy contact! Get back to the line! Promotion's in! Fall back! Fall back! Go! Go! Kraut's got us pegged! Attack! Orders!
Hit it! Go, go, go!
Over there! It's too heavy! Pull back! That's it. Prepare for contact.
Grab that bazooka and reinforcements in.
Krauts are taking one of our points.
Oh shit, he's got the pea green tricks there as well.
Fire! Give it all she's got! Go, go, go!
Oh, he's so fast though. Look at those reaction times.
Okay, move it along.
Displace. Driver, point the gun! They're on the flank!
Over here! Listen up! Orders incoming! Okay, fire away.
Armor, let's go. Get us over to that new position. Stop us here.
Green as green can be. Gather out. Well, Christmas comes early, boys. Follow me. Help yourselves.
Pull out of there! Get ready to advance to contact.
Load up a rocket. The rest of you, let's get moving.
Men are ready. Roger. Get that thing ready to move.
A capture point is under attack.
Stand ready! Get moving! Under attack! Move! Get to that point!
Our supply line is cut. Germans are making a push.
Contact! Crew ready!
Here it comes.
Driver, get us over to that point.
Area secure! Area secure! Go, go, go!
A capture point is being overrun. Right, nice and easy.
Go! Fire!
We're not looking for a...
Get moving! Get the hell out of here! Move!
We've just released a major for action.
Get over there! Move, goddammit! Move your ass! Go! We got order! Too heavy! Fall back! Head to the CP!
Stand by.
Nice. They worked. Good shit.
Listen up, fellas.
Amen. Stand by. Okay, let's pack it up. We're moving out. Get ready, Doc. We're falling back to the CP. And you might just make it.
Round up the men and let's get to it.
We're under attack!
Okay. Gather round. I smell orders.
Grab the bar and some mags.
Shoot
fire!
Oh, damn, I would have dropped some artillery on that if I'd known.
Ready to move! Ammo up and move!
Don't throw any tracks.
Advance and secure that ground! Fall back, goddammit! Fall back!
Stewart, taking fire! Hit it! Go! Go! Go!
Goddammit! Get moving! Someone get us out of here!
Get ready to go, man.
Move! Get to that point! Order! Move, goddammit!
We're losing a capture point.
Sergeant! Get ready! Where's that coming from?
Drive!
Motion just came in! Get over there!
Rounds ready! Alright, like it hot. So be ready.
Get on that!
Push through any attack. We gotta get to...
Easy on the transmission this time.
Run for your life!
We got throwing tracks.
Oh! Send! Secure that ground!
Okay, moving along.
Contact! Flamethrower!
Get it moving!
Someone get us out here! Find cover! Move! Get to that point! Halt! Pour it on them! Get the hell out of here! Move! Lock it down! Hurry!
Right! Get the hell out of here!
Target secured! Relocate! Right, God dang it!
Move it!
Enemy infantry! Get back to the line!
Everything on them!
Get back to the line! Get back to CP! Get back to CP!
Crowds show 300.
What do you do?
Just got a report of an infantry unit being wiped out.
Get out of here! Fall back!
Ready. Go ahead. Go! Get out of their strike zone! We're losing a capture point. Hit it! Go, go, go!
Oh shit. What are they doing up there? Well, that's a big,
Supply line
big,
just got
big
cut off.
mistake.
Oh, yeah, baby. All right, back to let's knock this off.
Let's get to it.
Where the hell is that bar? Reinforcements in. Let's move.
Big
Yeah. Back, boys.
is
Moving out.
bad.
Stick with me and you might just make it.
Orders to hand down.
Move, goddammit! Secure and hold that damn
We
position!
got a rifle squad waiting for orders. Tank support is here. Sherman ready.
Crap's got a Panzer Shrek! Contact! Take it there! Orders! Nail those bastards! We're taking fire! Promotion just came down! Focus on me, goddammit! Move your ass! Go!
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
We just got promoted!
Move us out.
Get ready!
Driver, stand by.
Squad, get ready! Orders! Get moving! Land over here!
Warning order.
Right, nice and easy. Let's go.
Let's go,
Area secured! In contact! Too hairy! Pull back!
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Stand! Get on that fucking point!
Easy on the transmission this time.
Orders incoming! Moving up!
Armor ready. Displace for fuck's sake! Move, move, move! Go! Get out of their strike zone! What the hell?
Get the hell out of here! Move!
Tank ready.
On your feet,
Grab your
ladies.
shit and
I got
follow
the
me.
gun. Grab the tripod. Let's go.
Get that radio humming. Orders coming.
Run! Get over there! Grenade! Move!
All right, you Jones. That's enough.
Moving out. Let's go. Bazooka team, get center of the file and move out.
Knock it off. And listen up.
Get the bar into the middle of
Punch
the...
down the hatches! Give it all she's got! Go! Go! Go!
Fall back! Field promotion! Promotion just came in!
Sherman, move us out. The capture point is under attack.
Suppressive fire! Suppressive fire!
Landed a field promotion!
Crew, lock it down. Driver, forward.
Someone get us out of here!
A capture point is under attack.
All right, nice and easy.
Get the hell out of here! Move!
Dismount. Gun her down.
Our supply line just got cut off.
Fire with fire!
Counter wire!
Ground infantry!
Go! Drive! Drive!
42! Soldiers ready!
Get back to CP! Get back to CP!
Crew ready. Location marked. Move us out.
Move your ass! Go! Go ahead. Jump to it, please.
Ready.
Fast.
Live!
That's his pig! Get out of there! Move it! Ready to secure! Set it and move it! Ready to go!
Crowds are sniffing around our asses. Tactical point being captured.
Get ready to someone into the drone.
Oh shit.
Fall back! Feel the armor! Move, goddammit! Order, get moving! Ground infantry! Right! Get over here! Move on the get to that point! Point secure!
Go! 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 Move it!
Enemy mortar team down! Get moving! Get on that fucking point! Move your ass! Go!
Tank support is here. Sherman ready.
Enemy taking fire! Order!
A capture point is being overrun.
Get ready! Let him have it! Fall back out there!
All right, get us over there.
Try to outflank her! They can break through! We're under attack!
Button her up. Get that paper out.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Stop! Stop this goddamn tank! Everyone
Incoming
out.
mortars!
Go!
All right, let's get this over. Climb into the armor. Squad, on me!
Squad, relocate!
Displace. Get us over to that location.
All right, engage. Incoming!
Go! Go! Go!
Move! Go, goddammit!
Displace for fuck's sake! Get us the fuck out of here! Veteran team promotion!
Attack! Move! Fall back! Fall back, goddammit! Fall back! Okay, stop! Stop! Get over to that position!
Armor here. Stow those damn rounds.
Try to
and get
outflank
this thing
us.
moving.
Order! Run! Get over there!
Driver forward. The rest of you stay alert.
Enemy is flanking!
Ready. Go ahead.
Let's that brother! Drive! 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 Those stupid bastards! Hit it! Go! 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 Give it all you got! Go! 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 Get out of their strike zone! Get it moving!
Taking enemy tank fire!
Go! We just lost a medium tank!
Squad!
Ready! Go! Take it fire!
Target to your front. Engage.
Your ass! Taking fire!
Hit! Reload! Get us the fuck show the Krauts are at 200 points.
Ready. Here's the deal.
Still Allied AT gun has been destroyed.
Get the hell out of here!
Our supply line just got cut off.
Hold back!
Get out of their strike zone! Stop! Stop this goddamn thing! Hit it! Enemy infantry, go! Stop!
Listen up!
Get it moving! Go! For it! Go! Drive! Drive!
Target secure!
Fire! Drive! 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 We're losing a capture point. Yeah, that went just. They're moving on the flank. Give it all she's got. Go! Go! Go!
This guy's
Let's go.
crazy over
Get us
here,
over
like.
to that new position. Driver, get us over to that point. Kill that enemy! Get the fuck out of here! Halt! Easy on the transmission this time. Don't throw any tracks.
Look how fast this fucking thing is.
Drive! Get us the hell out of here! Get us the fuck out of here! Stow those damn rounds and get this thing moving. Alright, try the book. Let's fall back.
Get through that armor. Move.
Driver, forward. Stop us here. Driver, in position.
Welcome to the Death Factory, boys.
Bazooka team.
Moving
Stick with
out.
me
Let's
and
go.
you might just make it. Ah, this ain't no recon. So shoot any crowd you see.
All right, fellas. Through that line armor.
Break her down. We're displacing.
Close it up. Through that line armor.
All right, nice and easy. Let's go. Easy on the transmission this time. A capture point is being overrun. Location marked. Move us out. Move us out.
Make a break for it. Enemy is
Combat promotion in.
Got orders, boys.
Driver, move out.
Move your ass! Go! Squad, get ready! Move, goddammit! Take that ground! Move, goddammit!
The capture point is under attack. Stop us here. Flamethrower! Close the hatches!
It's too heavy! Pull back! Move your ass! Go!
Hit it! Go, go, go!
Secure and hold that damn position! Now! Get moving!
Move it!
Move, goddammit! Nail him! Get over there! Enemy armor! Shoot at top point!
Fire main gun!
Area secure!
888 rounds! Get us the fuck out of here!
Get the hell out of here! Fall back! It's moving!
Hey, driver, hold! Gunner, engage!
Move, goddammit!
Give it all she's got! Go, go, go!
Move your ass! Go! On the hook over here!
Tank support is here. Sherman ready. Bail out! Bail out! A medium tank was just lost.
I'll take it.
ready to move. Tear it apart.
Ooh,
Getting chewed up here!
it's alright.
Okay, quiet down. Radio spinning up. The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points. Move us out. All right, get us over here. Driver squad ready for action.
Order!
Gun mounted.
Breaking fire!
Go, drive, drive.
Order fire!
Gather round. I smell orders. Steady up, fellas. It's likely to get hot.
That's the Panther Shrek. We're taking effective fire. Hit it. Go, go, go.
Seize action! Move! Get to that point! Advance and secure that ground!
Hit it with everything. Drive. Get us. down to 100 points.
Pour it on them! Target secure! Engine ready!
Alright. Oh! Kill them! Run them down if you have to! Watch your sector. Move us out.
Move your ass! Go!
Move out.
Order!
Take ready.
Let it rip!
Go! Germans down to 75
4 models
points.
under a quarter health, eh? Alright.
Drive, drive, drive!
Secure!
Must be saving for
Hold
another
that
Tiger,
damn
right?
position! Get moving! Relocate!
Get us the... We're losing a capture point.
Break it down. Secure the rounds. We're moving out. Let's hunt them up. Ground's ours. Now spread out.
Ready. Christ! They got a flamethrower! Go! Get out of their strike zone! Press your attack. They're down to 50 points.
Move, goddammit! Ready! Fire! Hold it! That promotion!
Take finish! Go! Go! Go!
Get back to CP! Get back to CP!
Ready. Climb into the armor.
All right, get us over there.
Heavy MG! No! Hold back! Take that ground! Move, goddammit!
Take gun!
It's too heavy! Pull back!
Fuck.
Just got a report of an infantry unit being wiped out. Looks like driver
That
forward.
sucks.
The rest of you stay on. Continue the push. They have 25 points left. Stow those
Back to the HQ! Run! Enemy tank is cutting us
The
out!
routes are taking one of our points.
Bounce points.
Drive!
On the flank!
Boys, you ready to roll?
Head now.
A capture point is being overrun.
Enemy armor! Fall back! Go!
Our supply line just got cut off.
Under fire! That bazooka! Hit that target!
Ouch.
They're hitting our flank!
Thanks. We're losing a capture point. Displace. Get us over to that location. You're starting to get under my skin. All right, nice and easy. Let's go. A capture point is under attack. All right, get us over there.
Once you secure that, check your ammo.
Move her out. Driver. Our supply line just got cut off.
Bazooka team.
Snack gunner, kill those stupid bastards. Go for it. Get us the fuck out of here.
Order! Move! Get to that point! Let's go!
Armor ready.
We need to ease the pin!
On. Firing.
Fall back!
Ready. Set. Give it all she's got. Go. Go. Go.
Stand re-
A capture point is being overrun.
Move it! Enemy tank is running about! Enemy tank is on us! Under attack! Throw what you got in that armor! Move, goddammit! Kill it with the rifle grenade! Run, goddamn it! It's too heavy! Pull back! We are taking effective fire!
Stow the...
They're hitting our flank! Okay, go ahead. Get your asses over there! Get out of here! Every time! Get back to the line!
Good fucking hit. Easy on the transmission this time.
Move! Get to that point!
Go. Take an HMG fire. Firing. Drive.
Order! Move your ass!
We're losing a capture point.
GG.
We have defeated the enemy forces. Victory is ours.
Ah, you had a pretty good start there with the assault grenadiers. But his 222 play was a bit weak. Or 250 play was a bit weak. Dude, it's pretty hard to fend off the infantry when you got so many bazooka squads.